Breaking NASCAR news just changed the story around Austin Cindric in a huge way. After weeks of controversy following the Circuit of the Americas incident involving Ty Dillon, NASCAR original penalty against Austin Cindric has now been completely overturned. And yes, that means everything, the points penalty, the fine, and even the crew chief suspension, all wiped out. This is a massive development, not just for Austin Cindric and Team Penske, but for the entire NASCAR standings picture. Because when a penalty this big suddenly disappears, it changes momentum, it changes pressure, and it changes how fans look at the entire situation. So in today's video, we're breaking down exactly what happened, why the appeals panel made this decision, what it means for Cindric moving forward, and why this story is blowing up across the NASCAR world right now. Let's get into it. To understand why this is such a huge story, we need to go back to what happened at Circuit of the Americas. During that race, Austin Cindric was involved in an incident with Ty Dillon that quickly got NASCAR attention. Officials believed Cindric made contact in a way that crossed the line, and soon after, NASCAR dropped a very serious penalty. The punishment was heavy. Cindric was hit with a 50-point deduction. He was also fined $50,000. On top of that, his crew chief, Jason Trinchere, was suspended for the upcoming race. At the time, this looked like one of the biggest disciplinary moves of the season. And for Cindric, it was a brutal blow. In NASCAR, losing 50 points is not a small issue. That kind of penalty can completely wreck momentum, damage playoff hopes, and put a team under immediate pressure. It changes the entire conversation around a driver, especially this early in the season when teams are trying to build rhythm and confidence. A lot of fans saw the penalty and believed NASCAR was sending a strong message. Others thought it was too harsh. And that's where the controversy really started, because as soon as that penalty came out, fans and analysts began debating whether NASCAR had gone too far. Some said the move deserved punishment. Others argued that the penalty did not match the incident, especially when compared to other moments in recent NASCAR history. That debate kept growing. And now we have the biggest twist yet. On April 2nd, the National Motorsports Appeals Panel reviewed the case and officially overturned all of the penalties against Austin Cindric. That means the 50 driver points are back, the $50,000 fine is gone, and the suspension for crew chief Jason Trinchere has also been removed. That is a complete reversal, not reduced, not partially changed, completely overturned. And that's exactly why this story is so important today. This kind of appeal result does not happen often in a way this dramatic. Usually, fans expect maybe a reduced penalty or a small adjustment. But in this case, the panel erased everything. So naturally, the big question is why? According to reports, the appeals panel determined that the move did not rise to the level that justified the original penalty NASCAR handed down. In simple terms, the panel basically concluded that the punishment was too severe based on the incident itself. And if that's the case, then this becomes one of the biggest examples this season of NASCAR making a major call, only for that decision to be completely rejected on appeal. That is a huge deal, because now the conversation is no longer just about what Austin Cindric did on the track. Now the conversation is also about NASCAR judgment. Did NASCAR overreact? Did they try to set an example and go too far? Or did the appeals panel just see the incident in a completely different way? Those questions are now everywhere, and fans are split. Some people are saying justice was served and that Cindric should never have been hit that hard in the first place. Others are saying this sends the wrong message and could make it harder for NASCAR to enforce discipline in future incidents. Either way, nobody can ignore the fact that this is a major turning point. Now let's talk about the standings impact, because this is where things get really interesting. Getting 50 points back is huge. That kind of swing can completely change a driver's outlook. Instead of fighting from behind and trying to recover from a major setback, Cindric now gets a fresh reset. The pressure is lighter. The mood inside the team is better. And the season suddenly looks a whole lot more manageable. That matters because in NASCAR, confidence is everything. When a team feels like it has been treated unfairly, that frustration can carry over into performance. Drivers get tense. Strategy becomes desperate. Every race starts to feel like damage control. But when a penalty gets erased like this, it can create the exact opposite effect. It can energize the team, it can restore confidence, and it can make a driver feel like he has his season back. That may be the biggest impact of all. For Team Penske, this is also a massive win. You're not just getting points back, you're also getting stability back. With the crew chief suspension removed, the team keeps its leadership structure in place. That means no disruption in communication, no forced adjustment on race weekend, and no extra chaos at a time when consistency matters. That is a huge advantage, because when teams are fighting for wins and playoff positioning, even one missing piece can create problems. Now, instead of dealing with punishment fallout, Team Penske can fully focus on performance. And if Austin Cindric responds well over the next few races, this moment could end up becoming a rallying point for the entire team. But let's also be honest here, this decision will not end the debate. If anything, it may make the debate even louder. Fans are now going to compare this situation with every other major NASCAR penalty. They'll ask why some drivers get relief and others don't. They'll ask whether the appeals system is helping fairness or creating confusion. And they'll definitely ask what this means for future on-track discipline. Because if a major penalty like this can be fully overturned, then every big NASCAR ruling moving forward will face even more scrutiny. That's the long-term impact of today's news. This is bigger than one driver. It's bigger than one race. It's about how authority, discipline, and fairness are seen across the sport. And right now, Austin Cindric is at the center of all of it. So what happens next? That's the part fans should watch very closely. Now that the penalty is gone, the focus shifts back to performance. Can Cindric use this second chance and turn it into momentum? Can Team Penske capitalize on this reset? And will NASCAR respond in any way to the criticism surrounding the original decision? Those are the questions that matter now, because this story is no longer about surviving a penalty. It's about what comes after the reversal. Sometimes moments like this light a fire under a team. Sometimes they become a confidence boost that changes the direction of a season. And if Austin Cindric starts putting together strong runs now, people will look back at this overturned penalty as one of the biggest early season turning points of the year. So now I want to hear from you. Did the appeals panel make the right decision by overturning all of Austin Cindric's penalties? Did NASCAR go too far with the original punishment? And do you think this changes Cindric's season in a major way? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want daily NASCAR breaking news, race reactions, penalty updates, and playoff coverage, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.